easy. Regression analysis. Now, if you remember in class 11, I have done correlation. Now, in correlation, what was correlation? Correlation was the degree of relation between two variables. For example, X we have, and I have a variable Y. How strongly they are related or how weakly they are related. That was given by the correlation coefficient Rxy, if you remember, right? And if Rxy was equal to 1, we said that they had a perfect correlation, right? They are very strongly and perfectly correlated. Okay. If Rxy is equal to -1, we said that it is perfectly negatively correlated. Negatively correlated. Both are very strong relations. This is perfectly positively correlated. Both are very, very strong relations. Okay. That means if you can vary X, that means you can increase X, Y will also increase in a very high, in the same manner. Okay. If you're increasing X by 100%, Y will also increase by 100%. Or if you're increasing X, decreasing X by 100%, Y will also decrease by 100%. That is what we mean by a positive correlation. But for a negative correlation, if you're increasing X, say by 100%, then Y will decrease by 100%. Or if you are decreasing X by 100%, Y will increase by 100%. That is what we mean by perfectly negatively correlated variables. Now, suppose if I have Rxy is equal to 0.75, then what will happen? This is a very strong correlation. Positively, strongly positively correlated. Strong positive correlation. Now, what does this mean? This means that if X is increased by 100, Y will increase approximately by 75. How much exactly? We don't know. That is what we determine by our regression analysis. That if one variable is given to value of one variable is given to us, and if the correlation coefficient is given to us, then how we estimate the value of the other variable. Okay. Suppose if I have Rxy correlation coefficient between these two as minus 0.25, which means that if X is increased by 100, Y will approximately decrease by 25%. Approximately, maybe 27, it may be 30. Okay. So that is what all these mean. Now, how do we estimate the values of these variables? We estimate the values not only with the help of these correlation coefficient, but there are something called as the regression coefficients. Now, there are two kinds of regression coefficients. First is the regression coefficient BYX. BYX. This is called the regression coefficient of Y on X. Okay. BXY is called the regression coefficient of X on Y. The correlation coefficient along with the regression coefficients will help us in determining the values of the variables. Suppose if I give you the value of X and I ask you to estimate the value of Y, you will use these regression coefficients or the other way around also. Okay. So first of all, we need to study how we determine these regression coefficients. The regression coefficient is determined by this formula. This is easier to remember. BYX is equal to summation xy minus summation x summation y by n divided by summation x square minus summation x whole square by n. Okay, this is not so convenient way to remember, but if you find it convenient, you can go ahead and remember. For bxy, regression coefficient of x and y, this is how you should the way you should be remembering. So if you see, for byx and bxy, the numerator is the same for both. The numerator is the same, but when there is an x here, then I have got in terms of x in the denominator. When I've got y here, I've got in terms of y in the denominator. That is the way you can remember the value of the regression coefficients. Okay, so these two formulas for regression coefficients, try to remember them, because you will be requiring these in your sums. Okay, now if deviations are taken, normally we don't take deviations about the values, But if you take deviations, the values of the regression coefficients remain the same, except that you change the variable from x to u and v. X and y changes to u and v. Okay. So normally we don't take regression. We don't take deviations in case of regression. Okay. So next is uh, regression equation of y on x and x on y. Now suppose I want to estimate the value of y when x is given. Y is estimated by the regression coefficient of x on y. Okay. So what is the regression equation of x on y? Y minus y bar. Remember this regression equation of y on x is y minus y bar is equal to byx into x minus x bar. Okay. Remember, we will be using this. When y is given, x is estimated by the regression coefficient of y on x, which is x minus x bar is equal to bxy into y minus y bar. Again, remember this. In both of these, x bar and y bar is the mean of x. X bar is summation x divided by n, and y bar is summation y divided by n. Okay. Now let's see the first problem. It will be more clear. Uh, the question here is find the regression coefficient of y on x and x on y from the following data. Okay. So here I have summation x given as 55. I have summation y given as 88. Summation x square is given as 385. Summation y square is given to us as 1114. Summation xy is given to us as 586, and n is given as 10. Okay. I want to find out the regression coefficient. So therefore, I will use the formula. What is the formula for regression coefficient of y on x? Regression coefficient of y on x, byx. What is the formula? Summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n whole divided by summation x square minus summation x whole square divided by n. Put the values here. Summation xy is given to you as 586 minus summation x is given to you as 55. Summation y is given to you as 88. Divided by n is given to you as 10. Summation x square is given to us as 385. And summation x is given to you as 55. So this is 55 square and n is 10. Okay. So you can calculate this to be 586 minus 484 divided by 385 minus 302.5. So this will be 102 divided by 82.5, which will come out to be as 1.24. This is the regression coefficient of y on x. Next, similarly, you calculate the regression coefficient of x on y. Bxy is equal to, numerator remains the same, summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n whole divided by, this time this is denominator is summation y square minus summation y divided by n square. Put the values here. You have 586 minus 55 into 88 divided by 10 whole divided by, this is 1114 given to you, minus 770. You can put the value here. Summation y is given to you as 88 square divided by 10. Now you can simplify this and find out the value of this to be 0.3. Okay, this is how you find out the value of the regression coefficient. Any question till this part?
So how we use regression like in practical day-to-day life?
Day-to-day life, how do we use? Suppose
Like regression was used in economics to find out something.
what?
To find out something. I forgot what to
For
find out.
example, suppose the share prices, okay, in the stock market. Suppose the price of stock X is 386 and the price of stock Y is 484, right? Now we use the correlation coefficient between these two stocks is say 0.7, right? Now I want to estimate if the stock this increases by say 10 rupees, then how much will stock Y increase or decrease? It will obviously increase because say it is perfectly, it is a positively correlated. So that means how much by how much price this will increase. So we can use regression with the help of this. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Practical application. Now you have linear regression and you have also have curvilinear regression. In your syllabus, you have
So
only linear regression.
sector, we will not do the section B.
No, section B, section, yeah, it should be better because section C is easier than section B. Section C is easier than section B.
Okay, sir.
So it is always better to bet on section C, even if you are doing section B. But it is always during exams, it is always strategically correct to bet on section C, not on section B, unless you are a very strong student. Okay. Number two, however, if you are a very strong student, actually section B is easier than section C. But for weaker students, section C is easier than section B. So for number two, last problem from this, find the regression lines by taking y as the dependent variable, x as the independent variable from the given data. So the given data is they have been given to you in pairs. Now what does this pair mean? This pair means that the first values, these are all x's, okay, and the others are all y's. So you draw this table. First column you draw for x. You write down the values of x. What are the values of x? 5, 7, 8, 4, 6. Now we write down the values of y. 2, 4, 3, 2, 4. Next we make the column for x into y and write down 5 into 2 is 10, 7 into 4 28, 8 into 3 24, and you have 4 into 2 8. Write 08 here, and this is 24. This is x into y. The next column that we make will be for x square. So 5 square is 25, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 4 square is
4,
16,
3,
6 square is
36.
36. And
Yes, sir.
last column we make for y square. 2 square is 4, 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, side 09,
16.
4 square is 0, 2 square is 04, and 4 square is 16. Okay. Now what we do is we add all these. So in order to find out the regression coefficients, what do we require? We require summation x. Why do we require summation x? We actually require summation x to find out the mean. That is why we are adding up this. Summation y, add up this column, you get 15. Add up this, you get summation xy is equal to, you'll get 94. Add up this, you will get summation x square. This you will get 190. Add up this, you will get summation y square. You will get 49. Okay. So first we shall find out the regression coefficients. Regression coefficients of y on x is byx. Write down the formula. Summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n divided by summation x square minus summation x whole square divided by n. Summation xy is 94 minus 30 into 15 divided by 5 whole divided by 190 minus 30 square divided by 5. So you can calculate this to be 0.4. This is the regression coefficient of y on x, right? I've just put the values after totaling the columns. If you see, I've put the values here. Next, regression coefficient of y x on y is bxy summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n whole divided by, this time in the denominator you'll have summation y square divided by summation y whole square divided by n. Put the values. You'll get 94 minus 30 into 15 divided by 5 whole divided by 49 minus 15 square divided by 5, which is, now if you can calculate this to be 5. Okay, so I've got the regression coefficients. Now we want to find out the means. X bar is equal to summation x divided by n. Summation x in the from the table, it is 30. Number of observation n here is, how many observations are here? Here n is equal to, see if you see, there are 5 observations in total, right? So here n is equal to 5. So x bar will be 6. Y bar will be summation y divided by n. Summation y we have found out above as 15 divided by 5, which is 3. Okay, now look at the question. The question here is, find the regression line by taking y as the dependent variable. Y as the dependent variable means y minus y bar is equal to byx into x minus x bar. We mean regression equation of y on x, right? When y is the dependent variable, we say regression equation of y on x. So number one, regression equation taking y as the dependent variable. That is regression equation of y on x is, what was the above equation? Y minus y bar is equal to byx into x minus x bar. Put the values. Y minus y bar, byx we have found above to be 0.4 into x minus x bar here is 6, right? So that is, now you can simplify this. You can write this as y minus 3 is equal to, convert this to a fraction, and you can write it in the general form, 2 by 5, and then you can write this as 2x minus 5 by plus 3 is equal to 0. It is not necessary that you write it in this manner. Okay, you can leave your answer here also, no problem. Number 2, regression equation. Taking x as a dependent variable. That is regression equation of x on y is x minus x bar is equal to bxy into y minus y bar. That means put the values, x minus x bar we have found out above as 6, bxy we found out above as 5, and y bar was 3. So you can leave your answer here, or you can simplify it in the general form to get x minus 5y plus 9 is equal to 0. And that is your answer. Okay. Any question? Otherwise, I'll stop here.